Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have a truly unique and special tree, the Cigar Box Cedar, Cedrella odorata. Well, as the name suggests, this thing is irreplaceable for the pleasure of rich cigar smokers. Nah, I don't like cigars, they smell bad, but this thing has a lot of other uses, including the fruit, and it's edible too. Well, the Cigar Box Cedar, as you can see, this has nothing to do with the cedar tree, but in the English language a lot of trees with good timber are called cedar. And the timber of this thing is exceptionally good. As I said, it's basically irreplaceable for some applications. It's in the Meliaceae family, and the close relative of mahogany. You know, the super expensive timber that was being used for a lot of, well, expensive applications like furniture and stuff. It is still being used. Well, the Cigar Box Cedar, just like the mahogany, has also been over-harvested. Well, first it was, since it's a close relative of the mahogany and the timber is similar, it was used as a mahogany substitute. I guess there are people who think they have old mahogany furniture and it's actually made from cigar box cedar. Also, it seems that, yeah, it kind of retains exactly the right amount of moisture to use it to make humidors, or those special cedar wood boxes to store cigars in. Cigars apparently need to be kept at a very special moisture, not too moist, not too dry, in order to be pleasurable. They still stink. Also, it seems to be almost irreplaceable as wood for guitar necks. Yeah, so for musical instruments. So very important timber. Was overused a couple decades ago. Somebody realized, oh, we don't have enough of this stuff left. And they started planting it, not only in America, not only in the tropical and subtropical Americas where it comes from, but also in Africa and other parts of the world. It's also used as an ornamental. Here in the Parque Garcia Sanabria on the beautiful island of Tenerife, they have at least 10 or 15 of those trees. The leaves are very special. Oh, by the way, each part of the tree seems to be medicinal. You can make stuff from the wood, from the bark, from the leaves, from different parts of the fruit. I will not cover that extensively because I don't see it as my job to provide medicinal information. But the leaves, actually, when I was touching this thing, I thought somebody must be cooking over there in the nearby neighborhood. And they must be cooking something really tasty because the smell comes all the way here. And then I noticed, no, it's not that, it's the leaves. Well, now that I'm smelling it from nearby, it smells a lot like an aromatic leaf. But when I was, maybe it's because I crushed it, but when I was a little bit further away, it really smelled like somebody cooking some nice and savory dish. This is no coincidence, the leaves are actually edible. I don't know what they taste like when they're being eaten and how they need to be prepared. I only found the information on several websites that they're edible. Guess you need to cook the young leaves. I don't see young leaves here, so I'll just chew on some of the bitter, also a bit astringent, but but that's not all. They also have a nice taste of garlic and of a mixture of savory spices. So if you can get rid of the bitterness, this can be a really good vegetable. And I don't think that they are eating the bitter leaves. Well, some South American and African cultures might like the bitter taste, but still, I think that somehow they get rid of the bitter taste. Either the leaves are not bitter when young, or maybe they cook them. I didn't find information on that. If you can find some, please tell me what you found out. Yeah, the leaves are the edible part. The fruit are being used rather medicinally. The fruit are really beautiful. They look a lot like tiny mahogany fruit. Mahogany fruit look like this, just much bigger. And yeah, as I said, they're used medicinally. Unfortunately, they don't seem to be edible. Well, you can use the fruit to treat worms. You can also use the seeds to treat worms, the oil from the seeds. And also you can use the seeds to close wounds. I don't know how this works exactly, but those are the applications I found for the fruit. The seeds here are gone. I think here are some infertile seeds which... wait, here there is one fruit where the seeds still got stuck. Here they are, but it seems that all seeds are unpollinated. Well, we can try an unripe fruit. If I have any gut worms, that's bye-bye worms. Interesting. Tastes similar to the leaves, but not bitter, but with kind of a medicinal taste added to the taste. Yeah, they're a bit bitter, but still. I think right now the fruit tastes better than the leaves, so you either must take very young leaves or cook them. By the way, folks, this is a medicinal plant. Always be careful with medicinal plants. If you notice, I just taste a bit and then spit and spit and spit. It's always a little bit tricky when you have things which are used as food and as medicine. So please don't go and start munching on cedar, on cigar box cedar. Still very interesting taste. I mean, if you could remove the bitter taste from the leaves, they would make an excellent vegetable. And if you can make them softer, those were a little bit too tough, but very few leaves are being eaten as a vegetable when they are old and hard. Basically, you use them as spices like bay leaves or all those Mediterranean spices where you like thyme and rosemary, where you can use old leaves. Normally, if you use leaves as a vegetable, you use very young leaves, but right now I don't see young leaves. But definitely, folks, very beautiful plant, and I think that fruit are really the most beautiful part of this plant. Especially, well, okay, the young fruit, they don't look like anything special, like a slightly elongated kiwi or like some unripe fruit, but the ripe open fruit, they are very ornamental. You can put them on your table and just as a decoration. But yeah, the taste was very interesting of the fruit and of the leaves. I really would like to know how to cook the leaves properly. Please, if you know that, put it in the comments. Now I finally know what this beautiful tree looked like. I always thought it's some mahogany species, but it's just a close relative. Yeah, so folks, this was the Cigar Box Cedar. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful island of Tenerife. And of course, if you want to support the channel, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.